Tonight, a magical collection of products comes right into your living room. And shopping with us is as simple as dialing our toll-free number. It's the Sharper Image Living Catalog with your host, Richard Thalheimer.
Hello, I'm Richard Thalheimer, your host, and this is the Sharper Image Living Catalog. If you've seen us before, you know that catalog shopping is coming right to your living room live with the Sharper Image Living Catalog. If you haven't seen us before, let's take a moment just to tell you who we are and what we're doing here in your living room. You know, television communications are changing tremendously, and now you can see products demonstrated right on your TV screen, and after seeing the demonstration, you may wish to order the Sharper Image Living Catalog, which has all these products in it, or you may wish to pick up your phone and dial toll-free to have the product sent to you on a 30-day home trial. In other words, this is a way that you can shop without having to go to the trouble of driving your car around to stores, parking, putting up with gas expenses and parking expenses. And it's also a way to see some of the most unusual products, because the Sharper Image Catalog is made up of just that, different and unusual products. I'm Richard Thalheimer, your host, and tonight we'll look at some of these products so that you can see for yourself some of the items in the Sharper Image Catalog. For example, this Attache that's sitting here beside me is a product that's been widely advertised nationwide, and you may have seen this in many different mail order promotions. It's often sold for $300 to $400. When a manufacturer came to us here at the Sharper Image and showed us this case, we were particularly intrigued because they said that we could sell this to you for only $139. Well, I thought I'd bring it tonight and show you how nice it is. And you can see for yourself that it looks very rich. It's solid hardwood. It's an oriental wood called kaolin wood. And it's just as solid as can be. It's not a veneer. It's actually a solid wood. And it has what's called Presto locks, which are the best kind of brass combination locks. Each lock can be individually set using the little 3-digit combination. And simply by pressing a button, the locks pop open. And inside, you've got a fully lined accordion pleat. Now, this case is filled with some products that I'm going to show you tonight, and I don't want to tell you what they all are in advance. Needless to say, they're very small, and they all fit in this case. So you might say that tonight's episode is devoted to some of the smallest, most unusual products in the world. Now, all of these products, which you'll see, are in the Sharper Image Catalog. Normally, a year subscription to the Sharper Image Catalog is $1. It's a bargain price, you have to admit. Tonight, however, you can get a year subscription absolutely free simply by calling the toll-free numbers, which we'll show you later on. Those toll-free numbers don't cost you anything, and no matter where you are, whether you're in Florida, Ohio, Cincinnati, you can call up with a free phone call and get a year subscription to the Sharper Image Catalog. And of course, if you would like to order some of the products that are in the catalog, which you'll see tonight, you can order those using your Visa card or MasterCard. It's as simple as that. You just dial an 800 number and give us the MasterCard number. Then the product is sent to you, and you have 30 full days to try it for yourself. You have to be 100% delighted, by the way, or don't keep it. That's our customer policy, and it's designed to ensure your customer satisfaction, because nothing's more important to us than that you're satisfied. Now let's look at some of the products that are in here. The razor is right here in the corner. And we chose this because if a businessman's traveling, usually what he wants is a very small razor that he can take anywhere with him. And this one is made by Sanyo, which is one of the large Japanese firms. You can see it's in a cute little case that's made out of a leather-like material, and it has a Velcro snap right there. So let's take the razor out and see what Sanyo's created. This is one of the thinnest in the world and one of the most compact. In fact, it's so compact, I'll just prove it to you. I'll just put it right here in my coat pocket, and you can see it just completely disappears. This is the kind of thing that you would give to a man for a present, or that an executive would buy for himself and carry in his shirt pocket or in his coat pocket so that he can get a little touch-up and get rid of that 5 o'clock shadow that sometimes people get. Now, one thing nice about this razor, and one of the features that made it unique, and I guess is why it got in the catalog more than anything else, is it has built-in rechargeable batteries. This is a feature that a lot of people like because that way they don't have to worry about carrying around a cord. And this razor has no cord. It simply has some plugs, which right now you cannot see because they're hidden. But if I slide this button on the bottom, you see the plugs pop out, and then you can insert this into any AC wall outlet for overnight recharging. Now once it's recharged, you pull the plugs back in, and you've got enough power there for about an hour and a half of shaving. So as you're going to work, you can shave, touch up, or when you're coming home after a hard day at work. Sanyo, of course, warranties everything they make, and they're real quality products. Now let's see what else is in our briefcase here. Well, here's a product from Casio. Casio, as you know, is another one of the large Japanese firms, and they make very high quality products. Many of the Casio products are in the Sharp Image catalog. This is what's called a card printer, and they call it a card printer because it is so thin. You can see it's not even as thick as my thumbnail. It is amazingly small and lightweight, and yet this is a full feature printing calculator. That means simply by pressing a button, you can get a printout of whatever calculations you're making. Just see if I can't show you how we actually print here. Let's see, move this to print, clear, hit 789p. Wow, come in for a close-up and let me see if I can't do that again for you. We'll clear the display here, all clear. Hit in 567p. Now this little head magically goes across a thermal paper and makes the impression. There's actually no moving parts except for this one little head. There's no keys that get out of adjustment or anything. This is a new technology. It's just been developed in the last year in Japan, and Casio is the first to introduce this. This calculator, by the way, also has a clock and a calendar, and you can print out any month of any year right on the paper by pressing a button. This would also be useful if you wanted to use this to time your expense reports. You can enter the time of day and the date along with your expense calculation, and then turn in that receipt to keep track of your expenses. So many times you want to use a pocket calculator, but you wish you had printing as well, and this calculator gives you the printing in addition to the calculations, as well as the quartz clock, time, and calendar functions. It comes with 25 rolls of paper, which will last you a year or more, and if you should run out of paper, you can get more at nearby office supply stores. The Casio sells for $69, and that includes the 25 rolls of paper. Now, let's see what else we have in here. Well, here's one of my favorites. You know, you may have heard a lot about quartz technology. Quartz is the science of making timekeeping more accurate. By using a quartz crystal which vibrates 32,768 times per second, clocks are more accurate than they've ever been before. In other words, a clock like this, which 5 years ago lost as much as 5 minutes a month, now will not lose or gain as much as 2 minutes in a year. And that is a tremendous difference, and it's made possible because of the discovery that a quartz crystal vibrates at exactly the same frequency every second, over 32,000 times. And by driving the motor movement off that crystal, accuracy is unsurpassed, and you have no annoying ticking sound. Remember that ticking sound that often kept you awake when you used a traveling clock? Well, now you simply use one of these that has a small battery instead. I was going to open the battery here for you, but I have to open the whole clock. There we go. I'll show you what the little battery movement looks like. Using one AA battery powers this clock for a full year. You'll get accuracy that's unsurpassed. You'll get a clock that has virtually no sound to it. And most importantly, they're not even very expensive. You've seen clocks like this advertised for under $50 for quite a few months now, perhaps as long as a year. But now the prices come down a little bit further. And this particular clock, which is made by Pierre Cardin, the designer name that you're familiar with, sells for only $24 in the Sharp Image catalog. That's an unusually good price for a quartz clock like this. And I thought this one was just extremely well styled. I guess that's the Pierre Cardin label that does that. Just a real good looking clock. It has a red second hand and a yellow hour hand, as you can see there in the close-up. The yellow hand that I'm mentioning right here actually is the alarm function, because it does have an alarm, a nice penetrating alarm that'll wake you up or keep you from oversleeping. Let's look at the Sense Alert. The Sense Alert is a product which is designed to protect you when you're traveling. You can use it as a siren, or you can use it in your hotel room at night to warn you if somebody enters your room. It sells for under $50 and is designed to let you protect yourself when you're traveling. A real low-cost portable siren that protects your hotel room, or gives you a portable siren if you're walking down the street and somebody accosts you on the street and you want to set off a piercing alarm that is small, easy to carry, fits in your purse, and works off a battery. All the products that we're showing you can be ordered by calling the toll-free numbers, which we'll show you at the break. The break is also your chance to write down the toll-free phone numbers so that you can call and get a free year subscription to the Sharper Image catalog. Now you're going to see in a moment that that catalog normally sells for $1 and the announcer will ask you to send in your $1. But tonight, if you call the toll-free numbers, you can get one of the year subscriptions to the catalog at no cost whatsoever. And this will let you see not only the 8 products I'm showing you tonight, but also about 150 other products that have been carefully selected for quality and their unusual appeal. So get a pencil right now and write down those toll-free numbers so that you can call and get a free catalog. We'll be back in a moment.
It's easy to order from the Sharper Image Living Catalog. Just have your credit card handy and dial our toll-free numbers. In California, dial 800-622-0733. That's 800-622-0733. For the rest of the nation, dial 800-227-3436. That's 800-227-3436. Our operators are on duty 24 hours a day, and those operators are Sharper Image employees. They're happy to help speed your order. If you'd like a year's subscription to our full-color catalog to read along with the Living Catalog, just send $1 to the Sharper Image Living Catalog, 755 Davis Street, Department 7000, San Francisco, California, 94111. That's the Sharper Image Living Catalog, 755 Davis Street, Department 7000, San Francisco, California, 94111. Once again, here are our toll-free numbers to place your order. And stay tuned for more fascinating products from the Sharper Image.
Welcome back. This is the Sharper Image Living Catalog, and I hope you wrote down those toll-free numbers. If you did, you can get a year subscription to the catalog simply by calling in the next hour and asking for it. Now, in the briefcase here, I've got 3 more products I want to show you. The first one is the new type of Walkabout personal stereo. And, you know, there are hundreds of these on the market. Each one of them is slightly different, and this one I'm going to show you is very unique because it is, first of all, only $99. Second of all, it has FM tuner as well as the usual cassette playing capability. Now, you know what these look like. They all come with headphones, and they all play cassettes. And if you'll come in for a close-up, I'll show you how this one actually works. Inside is a standard cassette. And this cassette is, of course, any music that you may wish to play. By hitting the eject button, the tape cartridge pops out, and then you can change it and put in any music you prefer. Then you'll use your stereo headphones, which always are included, and I've got a pair right here. Of course, they come with it. These from Technodyne are unusually light, well-made, and they collapse, which is nice. I'm just going to collapse them down here for you. Now, when you have headphones like this, you can see they fold down into a very small package that you can put into your coat pocket. When you have headphones like this, what you get is remarkable stereo separation. It actually sounds as if there are 2 completely different speakers, which they are, one on each side of your head, and because you've got a left channel and a right channel and there is no spillover of sound, you get a fantastic concert hall quality that can only be experienced when you get one of these and try it for yourself. Now, you can walk freely about because they work on batteries. You don't have to plug it into a wall outlet, of course. And you've seen these advertised many times, but what you haven't seen is the feature where you can take another cassette, and again, if you'll come in close and let me show you this, you'll see there are numbers across here which represent the FM tuning dial. You actually just tune your tuner, just like this was a radio, but it's really a cassette, you see. And you put this inside the player so that you can get FM radio through your stereo cassette player in addition to the regular music cassettes. Now, what you don't see is a player of this size for $99 that comes with the FM tuner cassette. That's the unusual part. Often you'll see just the player alone for $99 or $69, but they're not usually this small. Sometimes you'll see one this small, but it won't have the FM tuner cassette. But Technodyne managed to put both of these together in a package for $99. And the best thing about it is you can order this for yourself using your toll-free phone number and your credit card number so that you can try it and experience it for yourself. A wonderful product and one that we recommend very highly. Now let's look and see what else is here in the briefcase. Well, I noticed that this Braun toothbrush is here, and this is one of my favorite products. Let me just set down the Technodyne. You know, the Braun is one of my favorite products because I've always been into preventive dental hygiene, and Braun is designed to do exactly that. What you get when you buy this is a nice travel case. It's a leather look-alike material, and it has the name Braun neatly written here. It's very high quality because Braun is a German firm that only makes the best. They don't deal in what you might call inexpensive products. And at $69, this is not what you would call an inexpensive toothbrush, but it does have some unique functions which make it, to my mind at least, one of the most important products in the Sharper Image catalog. You can plug it into your wall outlet and leave it for as long as you wish. You've got a recharger built in at the base so that this toothbrush will sit in the recharger and keep recharging its self-contained NiCad batteries as long as you leave it in here. And you can leave this toothbrush in here, for a month if you wish, and never use it, and it will not hurt it. And yet when you take it out, it's ready to start brushing away. And you'll get much better tooth care with a toothbrush like this because it actually goes up and down 5,400 times every minute. And no one can brush their teeth quite that thoroughly. But yet by using this simple apparatus, you will cut down your trips for preventive dental care. You won't have as many cavities because you'll be removing plaque from your teeth. Your teeth will stay cleaner, so you won't need to get them cleaned as often. And you'll enjoy the feeling of having a really fresh smile and clean teeth. Not to mention the fact that it's just stimulating. You know, your gums feel great and your mouth feels good. Now, no matter where you go in the world, you can take your Braun with you and you can plug it into the wall, and even if the current is different, the Braun automatically compensates for that current fluctuation, which is very interesting. You know, some products have a 220 or a 110 adapter, but Braun has already figured out how to do this automatically so that you don't have to think about it. You'll also get 4 brushes and a real attractive carry case. Now, let's go to the last product in the case, which is another one of the world's smallest products. We'll just put the Braun toothbrush back here for a moment. Microcassettes are a new subject. You may not be familiar with them. We're all used to standard cassettes, but as you can see, a microcassette is about 1/4 the size of a regular cassette. It's actually matchbook size, and these are perfect for dictation. Eventually, someday, all these Walkabout stereos will use microcassettes instead of standard cassettes. Right now, the music is not pre-recorded on microcassettes, so we use them mostly for dictation, and that's what this is. This is a one-handed dictation device, and you can see that my one finger can operate this. I can press in the record button. I can say, hello, welcome to the Sharper Image Living Catalog. I can rewind it with one finger.
I can say, hello, welcome to the Sharper Image Living Catalog.
And actually, with one hand, I can dictate and play back to myself whatever I wish to record. Now, the advantage of this unit from Panasonic is that it retails for only $69. As you may have noticed if you've shopped for these recently, normally a microcassette recorder can sell for up to $200, but this new one from Panasonic is made to sell for under $75, and at $69, it is a tremendous bargain. It has 2 jacks, one for you to monitor, one for a microphone input. It has a condenser microphone right here, so you don't need to use any external microphone to dictate. It comes with a sample microcassette, and this is a standard format that's available everywhere. It has a volume control here, and then all your one-finger controls are on the edge. It's still small enough and light enough that you can put it in a coat pocket, and it works off several AA batteries. Now, if you have one of these, you can actually use it for dictation and order the transcriber, which is in the Sharper Image catalog, and then you'll have a complete office dictation system for under $400. Several years ago, a fancy system like that would cost $500 to $700, and just this part alone would cost as much as $169. But now, just because technology has changed and because Panasonic's been so aggressive in cutting prices, you can order a Panasonic like this for just $69, and by using the Sharper Image catalog, you can try it for yourself with no risk. Why don't we spend a few minutes and talk about ordering? You know, a lot of people are afraid to order something, or they have a little nervousness about it because they feel, well, you know, first of all, I don't know if I know the company, and second of all, I'm not sure if it'll come, and third of all, they've got my credit card number. Well, let's just take a moment and let me make it a comfortable experience for you. You know, the Sharper Image has been selling products by mail or by direct response and by cable for over 8 years. And in that 8 years, we've accumulated about 400,000 customers. We've done this by following a policy which makes it as easy for you to order as possible and makes it easy for you to straighten out your problems. For example, sometimes you have a problem. You know, something's broken and you want it taken care of, or you want to know where your order is. And so you call the company and they're happy to take your order toll-free, but they don't want to solve your problem toll-free. Well, at the Sharper Image, our customer relations numbers are toll-free as well as our ordering numbers. So if you ever do have a problem, you can get it straightened out and it won't cost you anything to take care of it. This is one of the kind of benefits that we feel make you a satisfied customer over the long run. And that way you get to try these products for 30 days and never worry that if you're not happy that your problem won't be taken care of. When you get the catalog, you'll see 150 different products. And tonight we've covered just 8 of them. The reason I mentioned these 8 tonight is because I want to invite you to try one of the 8 for yourself. You'll always be able to order any of the 150 products in the catalog, but tonight's your chance to say, gee whiz, I've always wanted to try a micro cassette recorder or one of the other products that we've looked at, and we'll summarize them all in just a moment. So why don't I pick up the phone tonight and order one using my credit card and try it on a 30-day return privilege. You don't need to worry about this. You're completely protected that as long as you keep the product in new condition, you can always send it back within 30 days for a prompt, courteous refund, including your delivery charge. The whole idea is to get you involved with the Sharper Image so that we can add you to our list of satisfied customers. And I do mean satisfied because if you're not, you know, we'll always decide any issue in your way if that's the fair thing to do. We're not the kind of company that would want to take advantage of you or leave you less than 100% satisfied. Now, let's go back and just go over some of the products we looked at tonight. First of all, we looked at the wooden attache, and this product, which sells for $139, is very, very similar to ones that you've seen selling for $400 or more. This is a very durable product. It's solid wood. It's a lot of fun to own because it's a conversation piece. It's the kind of thing when people look at it, they say, gee whiz, that is a gorgeous attache. Where did you get that? And you can say, well, I got it in the Sharper Image catalog. And they'll say, well, I bet you spent $400, and you'll surprise them when you tell them it was only $139. Then we looked at the little Sanyo rechargeable razor. You know, that razor, which sells for $45, is the smallest rechargeable razor that I've ever seen, and at $45 it's very competitively priced. Sanyo, of course, is an excellent name and one that you can trust. Then we looked at the Casio CP10 pocket printer, which is right over here. That little printer works on paper. It has a clock, a calendar, and gives you printing ability in the palm of your hand. It comes with a recharger so that you can recharge the nickel-cadmium batteries. And then once you recharge them, you'll be able to use the calculator for another 2 or 3, 4 hours before you need to plug it in overnight. And there are no batteries to replace on these rechargeable products. Don't forget that. Sometimes when you buy products, you have to keep replacing batteries, and we have some tonight that do use replaceable batteries. But the Sanyo razor and the Casio printer don't have those batteries. They come with built-in rechargeable batteries so that you'll just plug them in overnight and you'll never buy a battery. That's what we think is the ultimate in portability. Then we looked at the Pierre Cardin travel clock. That's right here. The Pierre Cardin travel quartz is an example of the latest technology. Travel quartzes have been around for a few years. They've never been at these price points, though. $24 is a uniquely low price for a travel quartz. We looked at the Sense Alert, the $39 device that lets you guard yourself against the dangers of being alone in a hotel room or of walking the streets at night and worrying that somebody may accost you. We looked at the hip pocket with the FM tuner right here for $99. It's unique because it has the FM cassette built in for the same low price that you would normally pay for a unit that only plays cassettes. We looked at the Braun rechargeable toothbrush. For $69, it's the world's least expensive dental healthcare system that you can do at home. And we looked at the Panasonic micro cassette recorder right here. This micro cassette recorder is the leading edge of technology, and it's one of the ones that, I don't know, I have never seen one any better made than this, with a better name than Panasonic, and at $69, you certainly can't beat the price. This is perhaps my favorite product in tonight's show, and if you don't try any product but this one, I suggest you call up and order this. It is a delight to use. It is just a darling product. It is extremely well made. It has the Panasonic national or worldwide guarantee standing behind it, and it's the kind of product that you'll keep for 5 years and enjoy every day of your life. Now, I want to thank you first of all for watching the Sharper Image Show, but I want to remind you that there's nothing like getting the Sharper Image catalog delivered to your mailbox. You'll get 8 issues in a year, and it normally is $1 for a year subscription. Tonight, you can call up the toll-free numbers that we'll show you again at the end of the show, and you can order a year subscription to the catalog absolutely free. It won't even cost you the $1 tonight. So write down the toll-free numbers that you'll see and give us a call so that you can get a year subscription to the Sharper Image catalog. We'll be here next week because we're here every week showing you some of the newest products in the world. There's the toll-free number. Inside California, that's 800-622-0733, and outside California is 800-227-3436. There's a different number for whether you live inside or outside, and in some area codes, you may need to dial a 1 before dialing. So write down those toll-free numbers, give us a call, and you'll get your own catalog. We'll be here next week. We'll see you then. Come back and watch the Sharper Image Living Catalog. I'm Richard Thalheimer. Thanks for watching.
Our operators are on duty 24 hours a day to take your order, and those operators are Sharper Image employees. So if you have any questions, just ask. They'll be happy to help.
VC 597 Cut 2, Sharper Image number 21, recorded June 17th, 82, air is logged, stand by for count.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Tonight, a magical collection of products comes right into your living room. And shopping with us is as simple as dialing our toll-free number. It's the Sharper Image Living Catalog with your host, Richard Thalheimer.
Hello, I'm your host, Richard Thalheimer, and this is the Sharper Image Living Catalog. If you've seen us here before, you know exactly what catalog shopping is. If you haven't, then you don't know, and let me just take a moment to tell you, the Sharper Image is one of America's largest and most successful catalog firms. And tonight, you'll see on our living catalog some of the products right from the catalog demonstrated here in your living room. Tonight's show is one of the most fun shows we've ever put together because it contains all the products that let you listen to stereo sound, in other words, have home entertainment. And there are so many different ways to do this that we thought we'd get together 8 products that show you these different ways and let you look at some of the differences for yourself. Let's start with this product right here. This is made by Panasonic and is the most unique of the ones you'll see in tonight's show. You look at a 4-inch black and white television screen and you'll see that, gee, you get a pretty clear picture, and crisp black and white is there, and there's a dial here for UHF and VHF so that you can dial any of 83 different channels. Now, you also have a no tuner antenna, which is a nice feature. If you notice that the top is perfectly smooth so that you can use this beside a bed or a nightstand. In other words, no antenna. But here's the trick of the product. When you are ready, you just flip this over and it becomes an FM radio. And you can turn the volume up and you hear perfect FM radio. Let me show you that again. You just flip it down and we go back to television. And it does this instantly simply by flipping the product over. Now there's a clock here that gives you AM or FM time in large green digits. And simply by flipping it over, you get your TV channel back. Isn't that amazing? Let me show you that one more time. Flip it over, you've got an FM clock radio. Perfect for use on your bedside. It's very thin, no antenna. Simply by flipping it over, you've got your TV. This has FM and AM, by the way, as well as the television UHF and VHF. It's made by Panasonic. Panasonic's one of the world's largest manufacturers, of course, and at $229, it's not all that expensive. It's one of the products in the Sharper Image catalog, and one of 8 products that you'll see tonight on the Sharper Image Living catalog. Now, any or all of these products can be ordered right to your home for a 30-day home trial. And during the break, in the middle of the show, we'll tell you the toll-free number so that you can call and order for yourself. In addition, there is a regular Sharper Image catalog that we want you to have, and you can get a full year subscription simply by calling the toll-free numbers that we'll show you at the break. That catalog, by the way, normally sells for $1 for a year subscription, but now you can get that absolutely free on tonight's show simply by calling the toll-free numbers, which we'll show you at the break. Now, let's look at this product over here. This is called the Randix Cube Radio, and it's a little bit different. It is designed also as a bedside companion, but combines some unique features. For one thing, it's got a cassette player. The cassette loads in the top right here. And when you press it down, I get my cassette. When I pop this button up, it converts over to an FM radio. That must be the FM radio that we're listening to right now. This cassette must be rewound. Let's put it in the other way and see what happens. There we go. Now the cassette will start playing. So you get cassette, FM radio, you also get AM radio, you get 2 TV bands, and you get a weather band. So this small Randix product for $89, there's the cassette starting, gives you a unique package of combination cassette, FM, AM, 2 TV bands, and a weather band, and all for $89. That is really a clever combination of several unique features, and in a very small cube that's only 6 inches by 6 inches by 6 inches. That's why it's called the Randix Cube Radio, not surprisingly. And you can order that, as with all these products, for a 30-day home trial that costs you absolutely nothing. Just use your credit card and the toll-free numbers that we show you later in the show. Now here's an entirely different product that is also within the field of home entertainment, and it's called the Randix Studio Monitor. Now you ask, why do they call it the Randix Studio Monitor? Well, this product not only plays cassettes, but it does even more. Now, of course, this has a little bit better sound than the other products because it is bigger. And whenever you have a bigger product, you're going to get slightly better sound quality. Now you see you have a full dial here, so it's very easy to tune on this particular radio because the spread out dial gives you the chance to find each FM station more perfectly. Of course, you have AM as well, and there are 2 slots here for 2 cassettes. The reason is that this is the only product that lets you duplicate a cassette. You simply open one of the compartments, put your cassette in, close it, press the record function, and then you will duplicate this cassette onto this cassette down here. In other words, you can make a copy of a pre-recorded cassette onto a blank cassette so that you can give a friend a copy of your pre-recorded cassette. And that way you can actually get pre-recorded cassettes at a much lower cost because the blank cassettes don't cost as much as the pre-recorded cassettes do. Now, of course, you should only use these for personal listening. You can never duplicate cassettes and sell them. That would be illegal. But to duplicate a cassette and give it to a friend is perfectly legal and a lot of fun for you because it lets you make those cassettes at a lower price. And you can try this product for yourself, just like the other products that we're showing you, on a 30-day home trial by using the toll-free numbers that you'll see later in the show and your MasterCard or Visa card. Now, these are all entertainment products, and they all play cassettes so far, except the Panasonic, which is an FM radio. Let me show you two more. One plays cassettes, one doesn't. Step over here for a second. This is the Technodyne speaker pack. And this speaker pack is designed to let you take your personal stereo, and if you don't know what a personal stereo is, let me show you. That's the little $99 Technodyne unit, or any personal stereo that you may use. A personal stereo sells normally, in our catalog at least, this one sells for $99, and it's designed to be used with earphones so that you get great stereo listening through the little personal earphones. But what happens if you go to a picnic or something and you want to hear a bigger sound? You want to amplify that sound. Well, you take your personal stereo, and just like I'm doing here, you plug it into this speaker pack from Technodyne, and your little personal stereo sits right in there. Then you turn on the play button. Oops, a little loud. Now, this product has its own built-in amplifier. I don't know if you can come in close enough to see that, but right here there is a battery-powered amplifier, and that amplifier allows you to take the personal stereo sound and magnify it tremendously by using the two built-in speakers. And they're in the case right now, but I'm going to take one out and just show you what it looks like. You can take these and spread them up to 12 feet apart. And when you spread them 12 feet apart, of course, you'll get tremendous stereo sound. And since there's a self-contained amplifier built in the speaker pack, you can actually get a sound large enough to fill up a 50-foot by 30-foot room or an entire outdoor picnic area. Because this amplifier has its own self-contained batteries. It actually runs on batteries, or you can plug it into a wall instead if you want to use it indoors. And you'll have real stereo sound using the tuner from your little Sony, Technodyne, or some other type of personal stereo. This is a new concept. It's for all you people who have bought these personal stereos. You may have bought them maybe at Kmart or at any large discount store at a discount, and you've got one already and you want to expand the use of it. So by getting the Sharper Image catalog and ordering your Technodyne speaker pack for $149, you can create that larger sound using the tuner, the FM tuner from your little portable radio, or using the cassette player that you've already bought. Now, let's talk about KLH for a moment. KLH is a famous name, and when I was in college, KLH was the most important name in radios. They make beautiful products, and they've recently introduced, just in the last 6 months, a new product called the TR82 from KLH. And KLH's TR82 is designed to give you fantastic stereo sound, not at a small price, because KLH is $249, but it is the best FM tuner system you can own, short of buying a big home stereo. As you notice, it has several unique features. It has a digital tuning frequency counter right here that tells you exactly what frequency you're on. So when you tune to precisely the frequency you want. You don't take any substitutes, and you don't approximate the frequency. If you want 98.3, you got 98.3. It also has a clock built in. You can hit the clock button here, and this clock shows you right now, you can see it 2:29. That clock function also works to let you use this to go to sleep with or to use it to wake up with. So it's really a very high component stereo clock radio in addition to being an FM stereo. KLH is just the highest quality there is. This is real walnut. It's got brushed aluminum. It's got two heavy duty speakers, and these separate 12 feet apart, so you get terrific stereo sound. This is a wonderful product, and one that I've been using myself a lot lately, and I've never had a product that I like better. Now, all of these products are in the Sharper Image catalog. The Sharper Image catalog has 150 different products. The Sharper Image catalog comes out 4 times a year. You can get your own catalog by calling the toll-free number and requesting it. Normally it sells for $1, but tonight, if you call the toll-free numbers, you can get your own catalog subscription for a year absolutely free of charge. Now, there's a different number inside California, which is 800-622-0733. There's another number for outside California, 800-227-3436. Now, in some areas, you need to dial a 1 before you dial the 800. So this is your chance to get a free catalog and to be on the Sharper Image subscription list. We'd love to have you on the list. You'll see a world of new products. And we're going to take a break right now and give you a few minutes so that you can write down the toll-free numbers. So get a pencil and write down those numbers. Whether you order a product on our 30-day return privilege using the toll-free numbers and your MasterCard or Visa card, or whether you just want to get a subscription to the catalog, the toll-free number is your free way to call us. And by the way, when you call us, you're actually reaching our operators. That is not an outside service. Those are our in-house operators. We have our toll-free order takers, and we have a separate number for toll-free customer relations. So if you ever do order anything from the Sharper Image catalog, and if you ever have a problem with anything that you order, you can call toll-free to straighten out your problem. We think that's a unique service with the Sharper Image catalog and one of the advantages of shopping with the Sharper Image. Now, each of these products is unique. One's made by KLH, one's made by Technodyne, one's made by Randix, one's made by Panasonic, and all of them were chosen because they are unique products designed to give you the best in quality and service. They're all brought together in the Sharper Image catalog, and we want you to get a catalog for yourself. So get a pencil now and write down those toll-free numbers. We're going to show them to you, and tonight is your night to get a free catalog subscription. We'll see you in just a moment.
It's easy to order from the Sharper Image Living Catalog. Just have your credit card handy and dial our toll-free numbers. In California, dial 800-622-0733. That's 800-622-0733. For the rest of the nation, dial 800-227-3436. That's 800-227-3436. Our operators are on duty 24 hours a day, and those operators are Sharper Image employees. They're happy to help speed your order. If you'd like a year's subscription to our full-color catalog to read along with the Living Catalog, just send $1 to the Sharper Image Living Catalog, 755 Davis Street, Department 7000, San Francisco, California, 94111. That's the Sharper Image Living Catalog, 755 Davis Street, Department 7000, San Francisco, California, 94111. Once again, here are our toll-free numbers to place your order. And stay tuned for more fascinating products from the Sharper Image.
I hope you wrote down those toll-free numbers so that you can get a free subscription to the Sharper Image catalog. Normally $1. Tonight, call the toll-free numbers, you'll get a free subscription. Now here's a product that does not play cassettes, nor does it play FM. It's the only one that lets you make your own music. In fact, it has 37 different instruments. It looks like a keyboard, and it's called Casio's Magic Keyboard, the MT40. Let me turn it on and show you how to make some music. It has 37 different instruments, and you can change those instruments. Let's try cello here. You can also shift the octave. Let's try here's an instrument called, clarinet, you know. Let's try the clarinet. In a different octave. Now you've got a rhythm section as well. We can start the rhythm section here. And you've even got a bass section built in, so that you can play bass along with your music. 37 different instruments, 22 soundtracks, 5 rhythm sections, and the instruments include such things as banjo. Gee, I want to hear what banjo sounds like. Let me just try that. On, set, banjo, play. Sounds just like a banjo, doesn't it? Casio's MT40 sells for $199. It's just one of the products that you can try in order to create your own home entertainment, and you can do this with no obligation whatsoever. All these products are in the Sharper Image catalog, and each one gives you the opportunity to try for yourself a unique form of musical entertainment. Of course, all the products in the Sharper Image catalog aren't music, but this Casio MT40 is probably the most unique one that is nothing but music and pure music. This is like a portable piano, and it's only $199. Now, let's look at this Pioneer cassette player. The Pioneer is one of the more refined, sophisticated versions of the type of radios that you often see kids carrying around. But this one's too expensive for most kids. It's $275. It does give you a level of fidelity which you normally wouldn't find in a portable carry-around stereo, as well as some unique features. First of all, when it's sitting there with power off, you can walk up to it and hit the tape button, and there's no play or intermediate button stage to go through. You can just walk up, hit the tape button, and if you don't like the tape, you can, for example, press FM and go right to FM without going through stop or pause. You know, most products like this require you to disengage the tape mechanism before you start the FM stereo. The Pioneer, you just walk up to, you hit FM, tape, off, AM, whichever you prefer, and you don't have to go through that intermediate stage. Pioneer, of course, is a wonderful name in stereo music, and anything they make, and this little eject button here lets you easily take out your cassette player or put it back in. Anything Pioneer makes has been a wonderful product for us, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it just as much. This is what's called Soft Touch. If you're wondering what this feature is described as, Soft Touch was this year's innovation in portable cassette decks. Lets you go to all the buttons without an intermediate stage, is perfectly silent, gives you high fidelity sound. The speakers have a large woofer and a small tweeter behind protected metal grills. And this works on 3 different power sources. It'll work on your regular AC wall outlet, it'll work on batteries, or it will work on a car cigarette lighter plug. And all 3 of these power source adapters come to you with the Pioneer so that you can use any one of them. You might wonder how long do batteries last in a product like this. Our experience has shown they'll usually last up to 10 hours. It depends, of course, on whether you're using a radio or whether you're using the tape drive, since the tape drive uses a little bit more current than the radio does. Now, remember the personal stereo we showed you a moment ago, how we hooked it up to a large speaker pack? Here's the same product, the same speaker pack. This is the same personal stereo, $99, hooked up to a much smaller speaker pack. These little speakers are only $69, where the others were $149, and the difference is they have no amplifier. They're just freestanding little speakers, but they're quite heavy and they give good sound. We'll turn on the play here and see what this sounds like.
Nights in white satin. Put you ahead again. Hi, Scott Sherwood, Don Sherwood's
Is that too loud?
If you lined up every set of clubs in stock, they'd stretch a
Now if we
good
want
par
to tune
three,
this,
a few par fours, and
just
a couple of
try a different station here.
2 times as much money simply to get name recognition.
Notice on the back of these, they use a normal little plug. If you'll come in closer, you'll see that they can use a little plug, which is a standard plug, or they have actual attachments so that you can hook up regular speaker wire to them.
Democratic leadership is only really interested.
The advantage of these is that you can buy a personal stereo, then add the speakers to it so that you can have a radio that everyone in a room can listen to. You can use it on your desk, in a study, and have your choice of personal listening or outside listening. And of course, they're only $69, so combined with the $99 player, you just have all the options in the world. The player, which happens to be in the Sharper Image catalog, has the FM tuner or the option of cassette playing and comes with the private headphones. Little audio source speakers give you private listening or, if you prefer, outside listening. Now they have no amplifier, they just run off the battery that's in the personal stereo. And that means, of course, you're going to use up your battery power a little bit faster because you're driving the small speakers as well. But you'll still get at least 10 to 15 hours of good listening. And they only use 3 AA batteries in the portable stereo, so it's not that expensive. Now let's summarize the different products that we've had on tonight's show and give you a chance to look at each one of them just a little bit longer and think about which, if any, you'd like to order for a home trial for yourself. You know, all the products that you're seeing tonight can be brought right to your home. All you need to do is approach your telephone, dial a 1 if you need to in your area code, and then the 800 number. Inside California, that number is 800-622-0733. Outside California, the number is 800-227-3436. Now, when you dial that number, you'll reach the Sharper Image order-taking department, and that's where we actually get your credit card number, get your shipping address, get all the information correct, and send the product out to you within 9 to 10 days. You'll have it for a 30-day home trial. That's your chance to examine the product in the privacy of your own home and decide if it's a product you'd like to keep and own. We hope you do, of course, but if not, you're certainly welcome to send it back for a prompt, courteous refund. That's our guarantee of satisfaction and the way we like to do business. Now, let's go back a step, if we can, for just a moment and summarize the products we've seen on tonight's show. First, we looked at the Randic Studio Monitor, which, if you recall, was a little bit more expensive, sold for $229, but it does a unique function. It lets you duplicate cassettes, a pre-recorded cassette onto a blank cassette, as well as getting FM, AM, and all the features you expect from a good large size radio. Now the Pioneer was even more expensive, $275, but it represents a much smaller, lighter package, which is Pioneer's ultimate achievement in small carry-around sound. Gives you, just super stereo, as well as tape player, FM and AM. And the Randix had FM and AM also. This one, though, is smaller and lighter and has just as good a sound. Then the Casio MT40 is the way you can make your own music. It is $199. It gives you your choice of 37 different instruments, 8 rhythm sections, all the creativity you could possibly ask for, and even a bass section to go with it. It's a lot of fun for $200, and if you've ever thought of buying a piano, you may find that this is a much better choice. Before you buy a full-size piano, try one of Casio's keyboards. There are many different models, and you'll see some of them in the Sharper Image Living catalog. The one we chose to bring tonight, we chose because it's only $200, and it gives you a chance to get started with the Casio program at a real low entry price. Then we saw the Randix Cube Radio, which is FM, AM, weather band, 2 TV bands, and a cassette player, all for $89, and it's only 6 inches by 6 inches by 6 inches. So it is the ultimate in bedside companionship. Randix is a good name. We've sold it for many years, and I know if you order this product, you'll be delighted with all the features that you get for just $89. Then the Bysider TV, you might remember as the TV and FM, AM radio. It's simply at a flip, turns over, and converts automatically, whichever you prefer. It's a good bedside companion and a chance to get wake up to TV with a picture. With the Randix that we just looked at, you could wake up to TV, but you wouldn't have the picture. With the Panasonic, you could actually wake up to Good Morning America and have David Hartman right there beside you, or Joan London if you prefer. Now, after we looked at the Panasonic, we saw a speaker pack, and we'll get to that in a moment. The smaller one of that is the Audio Source, which is only $69 and gives you the ability to transfer your personal stereo sound into a slightly larger format, but not the largest format. On the other hand, it's only $69, and it has no amplifier. It just simply runs off the batteries that's in the personal stereo here. Then let's look at the other two we showed you. One was the Technonite speaker pack, which is much larger, and this is designed to give you sound that is very large, whether you want to fill up an entire living room or whether you want to use it outdoors at picnics. It's a real large sound. It has a built-in amplifier right in the Velcro pack, and the acoustically transparent case is designed to carry the 2 speakers as well as the personal stereo, which fits right in this pocket here. You can go to a picnic, have large sound that satisfies everyone, and it is not really at that high a price. $149 is a lot cheaper than buying a big carry-around box like the ones we just saw from Randix or from Pioneer. Now the KLH radio is a different type of stereo component altogether. This is really designed more for the audiophile, the person who wants the best in personal listening, the kind of person who really appreciates the difference between good sound and superb sound, because the KLH Tabletop FM is simply the best FM radio you can buy. It has true stereo separation. You can add as much speakers wire as you prefer. It comes with 12 feet. Lets you separate these 2 speakers. One's here, one's down here. You get your FM tuner and a clock radio function, so you can wake up to time, wake up to music, set the time so that you can go to sleep to music. But again, the ultimate really, this is for the person who just wants the best and is willing to pay the difference to get it. But regardless of which of these products you prefer, or even if none of them appeal to you, you should get the Sharper Image catalog and look at all the different products in it. You know, 400,000 people have ordered from the Sharper Image catalog during the last 8 years. And each of them has ordered from the Sharper Image because they found they had the unique advantage of calling us toll-free, using their credit card, and having the product sent to them within 10 to 14 days on a 30-day home trial. This means that you get the chance to actually play with some of these products, or these toys if you prefer, and use them for yourself before you make your final decision. It's so much fun when the UPS man drives up and gives you the package and you open it and it's something that you've been thinking about buying, and now it's here and you know that you can enjoy using it, but you don't have to commit yourself 100% either way. You can just try to make up your mind. So approach your telephone, dial the 800 numbers. Inside California, that's 622-0733. And by using that toll-free number, you'll reach our ordering desk, whether you want to order a product or whether you simply want to request a catalog. There's a different number for outside California, and don't forget, in some areas you may have to dial a 1 first. That number outside California is 800-227-3436. Gosh, I hope you'll dial those toll-free numbers. We want to send you the Sharper Image Catalog for a full year. That's 8 issues. It comes out 4 times a year with a different version in each season for a total of 8 mailings, and you'll get that absolutely free tonight if you call the toll-free numbers and ask for it. So no matter where you are, pick up your telephone and give us a call. Of course, come back next week and watch me again, and I'll show you some more products in the Sharper Image Catalog right here on the Sharper Image Living Catalog. But there's nothing like getting the catalog for yourself, so go over to your telephone, call those 800 numbers, and let us send you a catalog. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week at the same time. Bye.